Hey, pardon my energy, but this is just what it is right now. Um, but I did want to post this. It's a little overdue, and it's about being okay with your story, and it kind of ties into why my energy is the way it is, and I'm not gonna wait until I feel better to post this, but being okay with your story, I think, is a process. As you could see, something happened in my story that kind of, yesterday was pretty good. The beginning of today was pretty good. And then something happened that just changed things. And this isn't necessarily one of those situations where it's like, oh, you're having a good day and then somebody upset you and then you allowed your emotions to just piss you off for the rest of the day. No. What I'm talking about is something that's tied into my marriage, that could possibly affect for the rest of my life and my husband's life. And this particular part of my story is something that has been going back and forth. So as I'm posting this, you guys see that I'm a real person. I'm an honest, I don't even want to call myself a YouTuber because I'm not really raking in bread like that. And as you guys can see, I don't post every single day. So I don't know if I can call myself a YouTuber because the influence isn't really there like that. But I'm one of the people who do post on YouTube from an honest place. And so being okay with whatever your story is something that I'm learning as well. And it's crazy because I recorded this video, I think it was on Saturday. When I say this video, I just mean like the same topic, because I had a job interview and it's for a part-time job. And it's just crazy because where I'm potentially going to get hired, I don't know. But where I'm potentially going to get hired is right across the way from where I used to work, like years ago, when I was in a much, much worse place financially and just all around in my life. I just wasn't in the best place. And it's crazy because years later, here I am, married and in a somewhat better financial situation, and life is totally different now in terms of my circumstance, or at least certain circumstances. And it's just crazy to think about because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has experienced something like that, where you look back and it's kind of like when you're a kid and you grow up and then you come back as a grown-up and you have a job, you have certain things that you've accomplished and certain things that you've acquired, and everything is, you see, it's kind of come full circle. And so you can't help but to think back and think of the memories and the stuff that you were going through and the things that you've overcome and the memories that you have locked in with, like coming back home and seeing where you grew up. And I think a lot of times that's how life is. And no one really, I don't think you never really get to see your story come full circle until something is completed, until you've reached a certain season in your life, or, kind of like how now you graduated to another point in your life. And so when I say you never see the full circle, I mean, like, hopefully if we all live to be old, like really, really old, that's real full circle. And I think my problem is And I think a lot of our problems is that, you know, when you're in it, and especially when you think that things should have happened differently, things should have happened faster, and even now, if you're still in a place to where you still haven't achieved certain goals, you still haven't achieved, you're not where you want to be right now in life, or you're not where you thought you would be by now in life, it's kind of hard to appreciate your story, because you haven't seen things played out yet. And going back to where I started, like, I get that. It can be really challenging to be okay with your story wherever, like when you're in it, especially when things are hard. But I guess I just want to make this video to encourage you and to show you that you're not the only one. You're not the only one that's still having their story being written. You're not the only one that maybe still hasn't accomplished certain things. You're not the only one who thinks that maybe you should be further along in your story and you're not. So let this be a reminder to help you see you're not by yourself, but then to also try to figure out, like how I'm trying to figure out, how to be okay with it, with whatever your story is. Because it's hard. Like, sometimes when you're watching a YouTube video or a documentary or even a movie about somebody that's based on a true story, like Pursuit of Happiness, for example, it's real easy to get encouraged and to get inspired because they've already completed that story. It's already, you see the beginning, the middle, and the end, and where they are now. And so I think one thing that the internet has done, and even that movies can do in 5-minute clips of things on TikTok and Instagram, it can make you want to shortchange and shortcut and cheat the story, cheat the journey, cheat all the writing that needs to be done within the pages. And I think that's something to be very vigilant of. That's not real life. If it's based on a true story, it's like, yeah, it's real life, but there's way more to it than that. And a lot of times, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, a lot of times it's real easy, not even a lot of times, all the time, it's easy to cheer somebody on when you see that they've already overcome. They've already gone through the battle, they've already gone through the battles. They already have the scars. They already have been through all of the testing, and you see them on top now, and it's like, yeah. But a lot of times you don't see people in it. You don't see people when they're actually going through the stuff that has made them who they are and the things that they went through to get to where they are. So everybody has a story, and there is nobody on this earth that has had, I want to say, a perfect story. Well, no, I want to say an easy story, but I understand some people's lives are easier than others. I do believe that. But everybody who has accomplished something, or everybody who you've been inspired by, I can guarantee that they have gone through something that made their story a little challenging in the middle. So I'm gonna leave this video where it's at. It's pretty raw, but I think it was necessary. And maybe it's good that I didn't post this on Saturday when I had planned to. Maybe it's good. All right. Love y'all. See you in the next one.